Can I hit this on camera or do I gotta get the camera?
Uh, Try to do it a little bit off camera.
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
you. I got you. No problem. No
Okay.
problem.
I'm gonna be doing the same, so it's fine. Hey, what's up, y'all? We live. Okay. Is we in the building? Is we here? What's going on? We here. We here. We here. I'm seeing people. I see a person.
We
Hold on.
live.
Let me just make sure I'm my background. Everything's straight. All right. So let's get right into it. This is motherfucking CTM Mango Talk episode 15. And we in the building today with Mooney Mercury Baby. Okay, so introduce yourself, Mooney. Let the people know what's up, who you are, what you got going on.
Okay. I'm Mooney Mercury, baby. That name comes from my natal chart. I am a Sun Virgo, Gemini Moon, Cancer Ascendant. So that's why I call myself Mooney Mercury, baby. Um, I am a musician. I am a spiritualist. Somewhat of an I'm an astrologer too, but I
Mm-hmm.
feel like I could have to improve more on that before I could really claim it. Other than that, just I guess an individual spirit with his own mind expressing himself as everybody else should. Really, that's. I don't even really see myself as a teacher that much. Really, I just see myself as someone who knows himself, and you could learn from that pretty much.
Facts. Facts. I love that. Yeah, your YouTube videos are like, I don't know, they're structured perfectly for only you. Like I saw this post and it was like, shout out to LP. Hey, what's up? What's up, girl? LP, she made this post. It was like,
I know who that is.
yeah, LP Magic. She said, your superpower is just you being you, like the fact that there's only one you. So I love your content because honestly, nobody can come how you come at certain topics but
Yeah.
you. And sometimes I'll be like, oh, I need to see that. Yeah, I needed to see that from that perspective and shit. Learn something. And I see you guys are on, you on Each One Teach One
Hmm.
with Dave Beyond and them. So make sure
Shout
you
out
guys
Dave.
check that out. Shout out to Dave. So yeah, I give big props. I'm like, thank you for just being you. I got some questions. They came to me today, so let's get right into it. Um, but is there any announcements you want to make? Also, by the way.
Um, I guess I would just say, shout out everybody in the subconscious community and soul group that's doing their thing, including you, JDB. That's how you say it, right, JDB?
Yeah,
Okay,
JDB
yeah.
with a three, not an E.
Okay, yeah, okay. So yeah, JDB, shout out to you for even putting this thing together, and also you do the same thing. I've peeped some of your videos as well,
Thank
your
you.
music too, and everybody, everybody in subconscious community, we all have talent, we all have our own individuality, we all have I think a lot of potential along, with the flight boss leading the way and whatnot. Um, I
Yep.
think that's all
And
I really want to say just to before we get into things because I feel like anybody who steps into their own power, in my opinion, like y'all really deserve props too because it's teamwork make the dream work and no one's so alone. Even the most powerful, most wisest spirit, they can't do it alone. So we all have to help each other and remind each other, look, we're in this world together. We all have a power as individuals, and we got to kind of keep each other motivated about that, especially people in like spirits like us
yeah,
that are more rare. We don't really have much examples. I know I don't, not
yeah.
especially where I'm at in my current physical 3D space, but that's why I fuck with the internet for at least allowing me to be aware of other people in different locations who are in that same spiritual space. So yeah, I just want to say that, and also I'm working on an album. It's gonna drop probably January. I'm not sure. I was trying to aim for December just so I can say I made 4 albums in 1 year, but I don't know if that's gonna happen.
That was crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't rush it though. So I'm a feature. It's featuring Kales. It's featuring Dave B again, Saint Uno again. Zay Quarter, and
Yeah.
yeah, I think that's all I have to say.
I appreciate you. Thank you for giving that announcement. Make sure you guys check that shit out. Don't let it just pass you by. So, you ready for your questions?
Yeah, let's get it. Let's get it.
All right, bet. So it says, my first question says, um, what is something that you gave up on but you wish you didn't?
Gave up on.
Or that you did, but like an example, but you did, but then you went back and you like you got on that shit.
Okay. So it could be something that I gave up on, but then I gave it hope again.
Yeah,
Okay,
you know, gave
okay.
back, life back to it. Yeah.
Hmm. That's a good question. I really don't off the top of my head, I'm not too sure. I would say like right, and this is just now, my thoughts might change in the future or whatever. But
Right.
as of now, I would say that back then I kind of no, I don't want to say fully gave up, but I kind of semi gave up on like just how I guess the possibilities of how much potential I have. Cause when you live
Mm,
life and the older you get, and whatever expectations you set from in the beginning of your journey,
yep.
if you don't reach certain accolades or positions or status by a certain time, according to whatever your expectation was, it might discourage you a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So, for example, I had really high expectations from a matrix perspective on where I should be in the music industry and shit like that when I was younger. Um,
Mm,
and then I remember being um, like 18 or no 16, 15, 16, looking at really young people blow up and whatnot. I'm like, okay, by when I'm 18, I'm gonna be on that same position,
yeah.
same place. 18 hit. Okay, now by the time I'm 21 hit. Oh, nah, by the time I'm 25 hit. I was like, oh shit. So it kind of like around those ages that I just mentioned, I started to like give up on those what could be possible.
Hmm.
But now I'm just coming to more conclusions and acceptance of, what, like even if I'm pessimistic about how far this could go in terms of reaching audiences and whatnot, which I really don't care that much about, because at the end of the day, I'm spiritual and I just do this just to do it. But I will say this though, one thing that I did give up on, but it's starting to come back to me a little bit, is like, you know what? Yeah, I could be like, I could not have expectations and be pessimistic, but at the same time, you never truly know what could happen for real.
No,
Like
real shit.
you know what
No.
I'm saying? Like you can be like, oh, I'm just being realistic with my future, and that's cool. I understand that, but you never really know what can happen beyond your control. Like
Hmm.
there's certain things in my life that are happening beyond my control that could lead to even further things happening, and I'm not going to place too much expectations or even speak too much on that stuff. But my point is, it ain't over until it's over type shit. Like you could be old as hell and still legit like get to where you
Yeah.
thought you could have been in the beginning or even beyond.
Right. But you don't know until you try. You don't know
Yeah,
until you
yeah.
try. So yeah.
That's
That
and I'm glad I've been letting that come. Exactly. I'm glad you said that, because that's the thing. That's the mindset that I've been letting come back to me. Like, okay, I don't want to just leave that out and be completely pessimistic Virgo. I need to incorporate some of that Sag and optimism. Shout out Sag season, by the way.
Sagittarius.
Like,
Hey Sagittarius, happy birthday.
yeah, happy flight
Yeah.
day to Sagittarius. But yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at right now. I'm like in a
Right.
neutral space of like no expectations, but I still have hope and faith for the best, if that
Right,
makes
right,
sense.
right, right. So you answered that question in a beautiful way to where I'm hoping it gives people hope to like, yeah, release the expectations because you don't really know when. You know, you got divine timing, we have natal charts and stuff. You could probably pinpoint it, but just chill, chill.
Right.
So yeah, going back to the topic too, I think that's a big thing, you know. You could be that person for yourself. You could be that person that's like, all right, I'm gonna come in, I'm gonna see what's going on. Like, what have you not done? What have you not completed? It's almost
Right.
like when you're actually, it's almost like when you're dating and like you ask people like, oh, like the questions to get to know each other and
Yeah,
shit like
yeah.
that. So it's like this is good internal spiritual shadow work to do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
With
I'm
y'all.
I'm
Listen,
glad you said that because I've been learning that too. Literally, that's the on point example. I've been learning that too of just relating with everybody I've been relating to. Even this, like I've been just getting better at just like relating. But you
yeah.
don't know how good you can get until you try it though.
Shout out to Insight 11. I'm
It's
on my
like
shit. I'm finally studying now because he's really good with just writing everything down and making it make sense. Because I don't
yeah,
know how to make
his
sense of
art
the
is dope
Bible
too.
and shit. Not yet. Yeah. So yeah, I got another few questions, so we're just gonna slide into it. But nah, that was like a I don't know. I feel like that was like some type of Aquarius, crazy ass Gemini. If you get it, you get it. If not, then you lost it. So, next question is, what made you release your last project?
What made me release it?
Your last project, yeah.
Um.
If you want, you can talk about a different project, like the reasoning behind it.
Oh,
That
okay.
shit. Yeah.
Okay, that okay,
Yeah.
I see that. Yeah, that's a better way to frame it because like I'm a release regardless, like
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
but the I guess the my last project, Perfect Mooney, that one I was really just intending to like I was just trying to perfect the drum and bass style I've been using lately, which is like really fast paced drums
Yeah, I
and
like it. It's like it's giving some type of house. It's not house,
yeah.
but yeah,
Yeah, exactly. Like some house type stuff. Yeah, and then I've been like throwing in hella vocal samples in it too. So I'm kind of like trying to perfect my own little style. I was
hmm
inspired by and that style is inspired by my homie producer KD. Shouts out to him because he already makes beats like that where he samples a lot of vocals and whatnot. And he's inspired by Clams Casino. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Clams Casino. I know y'all probably know ASAP Rocky though, right?
yeah.
Yeah, ASAP. Okay, ASAP Rocky's producer that he came up with is Clams Casino. So when
Okay.
ASAP Rocky first came up, he had like he a lot of vocal samples. If you remember his earlier stuff and whatnot. So that's low key what inspired this current style that I did. And then on Perfect Mooney, my last album, I was pretty much trying to combine that drum and bass, fast paced drums with the vocal samples that come from like Clams Casino and whatnot, and then their music is usually slow pace. So it was really a whole new style, like taking
Yeah.
like an element of some slow music, combining it with some fast paced drums, and it just came out different.
Yeah.
My next album dropping is gonna be low key the same stuff. I kind of want to keep experimenting with that style, but yeah, that's what made me drop. That was the intent behind the drop of the last album, and along with just real spiritual, real lyric
Yeah.
content. You know what I'm saying? But that's the sound behind it, though.
Okay. Now I really like that. Talking about blending different styles and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I I I used to do that a lot, and then I didn't realize that's kind of weird how it actually comes out if you don't know how to perfect it a certain way. Speaking of perfect, your song perfect. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's the vibe. You got to create your own vibe, and
Oh
I
yeah.
definitely feel like people see that for real, for real. Um, and beyond the spiritual knowledge, which is like a whole nother thing. Because I think sometimes people get shit misconstrued. Like we'll be talking about one thing, but then love lovers will have other things in their mind, and it's just hard. But in the music, then you get it. You're like, oh, okay, I get the reason behind it without even having to say it. But it's different when you hear, the artist actually explain, like, no, this is what this shit means to me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
This
It's
is why
another
I,
level.
yeah, this is
It's
why.
like the because you're bringing that vibration with it.
You're right, right, right. And that's going into more like the the topic too. Not so much the dream girl part, dream boy part, but just the bottom part where I was talking about, seeing the reality of stuff. Like sometimes when you're in reality, when you're actually like going about your every single day life, there is like this dreamy aspect to it where it's like everybody don't really know why an artist or whatever you're doing is whatever you're doing, but that's the best way for you to like bring things into reality. Like you kind of
Yeah.
have to see what the fuck is going on, and then it's like you make Janelle Monae, she's saying like life can get ugly, but you got to make beauty out of it.
Yeah.
And that's making me feel like that Venus and Libra vibe. Like, man, shit be fucked up, but you just gotta work at this shit.
Yeah, yeah. And
Yeah,
that's real shit though, because it's like, the they say that the best artists and the best musicians, they went through an experience that's the reason why they're that good. And I can low key say the same for myself too, from personal experience. I don't want to say I had the worst life, but everybody has like their pros and cons
Yeah,
in their life, right?
that's
And,
how
and
we feeling.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? So like my life wasn't the worst, but there were things that I went through that other people would probably be like, oh man, that's crazy or whatever. It might be normal
Mhm.
to other people who lived a similar life to me or whatever. But yeah, like all of our experiences, not only does it shape us as spirits and just how we interact with life like this, but also in
Yeah.
our creative expression.
You
So
know, you know what I think. What I was just thinking too is like, in a weird way, we're making the music or whatever we're creating down here, whatever we're good at, our business, 10th house shit we seen for known for. It's like we're we're create. Like from my perspective, for me, a lot of times when I'm making music, I know people are listening to it, but it's really like affirmations and shit, like things I'm
yeah.
telling myself, like, or like reminding myself, like, don't fucking forget, So yeah,
Yeah, that's real stuff right there because like it's there's certain it shoot I even do that in music and in the spiritual content. Like a lot
hmm
of it really do be for self and just like reminding yourself to stay on point and whatnot, really.
yeah, yeah, exactly. And that's actually, I think we naturally help each other do that. You start listening to other people's songs or
Hmm.
music, or you start seeing what other people do in their life, and it kind of creates that like reality boundary or restriction and show you like, oh, okay, this is how far we can go with shit. But it's still
I
your
think
thing.
since Saturn is in Pisces, we've probably been extra aware of it
Oh
too.
yeah. What? That was
Hmm.
perfect. Yeah, that just brought us back to the point. So basically, shit, that helps with us creating shit together, like making the dreams and
Yeah,
shit real. Like, okay, well, this my dream, that's your dream, okay, but hold on, because I don't agree with that,
yeah.
so we can
The
help each other.
boundaries, like you got to set boundaries for what, or be open to what worlds you want to merge with, and yeah, I feel
Yeah,
you.
yeah. So it says, I'll be saying, so it says, because I'll be acting like, y'all, I'm doing all this shit by myself. But in my world, I got like, I got a whole team. What? I got a whole crew, everything. So,
That's what's up.
if you seen, oh, oh, I like this question. It says, what's up, y'all? Mama Nova. I like that. I'm seeing new energy in here. So it says, if you seen yourself or you came across yourself as a kid right now, how would you react? Like if you was a kid right now and you saw yourself walking down the street or shooting another Mooney Mercury Baby video, how the fuck would you react? Like, what would be
How
so
would the grown version of me react, or how
the
would the
young
kid version
version,
of me
the
react?
young version?
Oh, the young version.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh, I think he would be a mix of confused and like what the fuck, like because I was not, when we were a kid, you don't expect to change that much, especially on a spiritual path. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I think he would be a little like confused, probably have some questions, but at the same time, he would probably admire it too, at least from a musical perspective, and maybe even like a spiritual perspective too. I know musically, he would be like, "Oh, damn," because I remember how I started. I started really young. I was only 13, and like recording myself and everything, engineering and everything at 13 with
Right.
not the best setup, but it was a good start. And
You want
I remember, man, when I started, it was not good.
do you
It was
do you
not good at all compared to what I do now. So the young version of me would probably be like, "Damn, like this is me." Like listening to this shit, like what? This is
yeah,
me. Like I
yeah.
know he would be surprised because I'm surprised right now as an adult. Like damn, I
No,
made
facts.
this for real.
Yeah, I feel like the young version of me would be like, I guess this is a good question for everybody to ask themselves right now. Like, how would the young version of you? Because I know we got some people watching us right now. So, definitely a good question. I think for me, this is a common question I ask myself a lot when I'm just going through life and I want to give up or I don't want to make that dream roll or see what like. see what other people got going on, I got going on, or what I can do in the moment. So I just wanted to say that question so y'all can, refixate yourself or do whatever, so you can be like, oh, okay, damn, am I in
Yeah,
my?
I see you speak a lot on the inner child.
Mm-hmm. It's giving North Node vibes. Like, are you where you at? Where you at? So
Yeah.
pay attention to that. Uh, why is your name Moody Mercury, baby?
Oh yeah. Yeah, like I said in the beginning, this is my natal chart.
Yeah.
I'm a Sun Virgo, Gemini Moon, and
Mhm.
Cancer Ascendant. I also have Cancer in Venus and Mars, and both in the first house. So when you see me express myself, if I get passionate, it's because I got Mars in the first house, and but it's in my personality, And then or on the Venus side, I could also like appear to be very loving or whatever, blah blah blah, because it's all in my first house, the Cancer energy. I got Sun Virgo, Gemini Moon, Cancer Ascendant, Cancer Venus, Cancer Mars. Um, and before my name was Mooney Mercury Baby, it was AJ Kings. And AJ
Mm.
Kings is my actual like name. Well, not my actual name, it's like my nickname because my actual name is Andres Javier Reyes. So
Andres Javier
Andres,
Reyes.
yeah, and then the J is Javier, and then Reyes is Kings in Spanish. So my
Mm.
first musician name, well, actually, it's my second musician name. My first one was dumb. It was Ramarola, it was, and because I was heavily influenced by Wiz Khalifa, so it was like okay.
I
But
should
then
have
like
like the Mind Queen, Queen of Mind, or something.
yeah, some random stuff. But and then like in high school, my friend said, "Yo, why don't you change your name to AJ Kings?" And I was like, "Why that?" And he explained, "That's your name." I was like, "Okay, yeah, I like that." So I stuck with AJ Kings for a minute, all the way to 2020. And the reason why I changed my name from AJ Kings to Mooney Mercury Baby is because I found Doe the Pilot Man in 2018. I got into astrology in 2018, right?
That same year,
Oh,
same.
really?
Yeah, about 2018.
Yeah, so I didn't get into it directly from Uriel himself. It was a girl that I was messing with that got me into it, and then
Mhm.
my friend sent me Dolo. So I was like, oh, okay, there's some astrology stuff. Let me learn. And then
Right.
that was one of the best messages I could have received in my life because off of that I learned more than just astrology because he sent me an astrology video about like the negatives of each sign or whatever. And I thought it was pretty accurate for Virgo when he brought it up in that video. So I was like,
Yeah.
oh, this is interesting. Let me see what else this guy got to say. I just went through his whole catalog, watching all his old videos, and my mind was expanding. It made so much sense. I was already into spirituality, but I had not found nobody else on the internet going as deep and making it simple enough to understand at the
And
same
right.
time. So like once I found Dolo in 2018, I automatically got more into the astrology stuff and I took spirituality more serious. By the time 2020 hit, one day, I don't know what made me had this thought, but one day I was just like, yo, I don't know if I like my name AJ Kings because first of all, it sounds like just like I feel like there's probably already a AJ Kings or something like that. Like it sounds
Mhm.
like it's like common or whatever. So I was like, what should I change my name to? And then I was just like, and I thought about my natal chart and my alignments and my big three. And I was like, yo, I think I like Mooney Mercury Baby better because
Facts.
it just resonates more.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, AJ
It's like a
King.
soul feeling, like
Yeah. Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. It's like a transformation, like leveling up because AJ King's is like Peter Parker turning into Spider-Man in a
Right.
way. Like AJ King's is Peter Parker, and then once you figure out your superpowers, aka your natal chart, you become Spider-Man, or for my
Exactly.
case, Mooney Mercury Baby.
Yep. I'm so happy that you wrapped it up into astrology. Like once you really learn yourself, that's where you become like the dream guy, dream
Yeah.
girl. Like you actually be like, oh shit, this my like when you look in the game system and they show you all the abilities and shit, you be like, oh
Yeah.
shit, like I'm tough. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you got all your attributes and skills up and whatnot.
Mhm. Facts, facts, facts. Yeah. So next question. I like how we're just getting to the point. Like
What's your big three, by the way?
Leo Sun, Aquarius Rising, Libra Moon.
Ooh, that's tough.
hmm So let me see. Let me see.
I bet that Libra help you balance out the opposition too.
What? Libra be like, hold on.
Hold on, not too much of this, not too much of that.
But my Libra be in the 8th house, so it's like I still be kind
Oh,
of, I be going through it, but it somehow makes it easier to not do the dumb shit that my
because
Libra
you
would
went into the depths
naturally.
of things.
I'll be like, oh hell nah, I already know that's gonna go. Let me get
Yeah,
the fuck out of here.
that's crazy.
So yeah, and then I don't know, I was talking about my midhaven earlier, or recently I've been looking at that. It's in Scorpio inside, so I just be seeing everything. I think that's why I got that reader side to me, or that tarot side to me so much. All that Scorpio energy, and then my 12th house
Oh,
shit.
so like a little Scorpio theme.
It's like, yeah, it's like a theme. Like, oh, okay,
Yeah, that's the
I
same.
have
That's the
I
yeah,
have to
continue.
constantly see beyond the veil, and then like be beyond the veil, telling
Ye-
everyone what's beyond the veil.
Yeah, because it's like because Libra does come before Scorpio, so it's like you probably peek in and out like, oh, I
I'll be
should
like,
present
whoa.
myself like this. Yeah, that's
Facts.
dope. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool. That's a theme, and I have a like a little Libra theme in my chart. I have
Okay.
Mercury in Libra, North Node, and Chiron.
Oh, word. That's crazy. Yeah. Yeah. Man, learning about yourself is like really crazy. It's like
It's
constant
deep.
like confirmations you get and shit.
Yo, real stuff.
That shit be wild. And I just be kind of sitting there like, all right, I'm beyond the phase where it's like, can I deny it? But now I just be like,
Yeah,
damn, why you cut it? Why that spirit? Why you did
yeah.
what?
It's like every alignment you can make a correspondence to something specific in your life. It's like and then when sometimes I hear from other astrologers breaking these energies down, I'll be like, oh, and I realize
Right.
something. And then I'll be like, oh, this is why I'm like this, because of this specific alignment right here. It's crazy.
Yeah. It's like trying to fix yourself up. Like
Yeah.
sometimes I be imagining us in the future or some shit, like not on some iRobot shit, but like where you could like fix things inside. That's some
Yeah.
Aquarius shit.
Yeah.
So have not robots,
Integrate
but just
yourself
like
better.
yeah. So I just be thinking about how like the chart is like you. Shout out to the solar system because that's they whole shit be
Oh yeah.
on the
Yeah. Shout
chart and
out
the
him.
map and stuff. But it's like you could fix things, you could change stuff about yourself, your world, your real reality, and then it just externalizes itself. So
That's what's beautiful about it. Like it's like it's as we grow and evolve and learn ourselves, it's beautiful because it's like, yeah, we can grow and develop ourselves, but the chart you come here with that's predetermined or that you chose to jump into before coming into this shit, it's like it's cool because it's kind of like is like you said, like a video game character, like with all the stats and whatnot and the traits. You come in with your natal chart is like your preset abilities and skills. And then once you come into this world, you just develop on those things and then you get better at those things. But you already had it though,
you
naturally
already had
within
it
you.
naturally in you. That's why sometimes I'll be feeling weird. Like sometimes don't y'all be having those moments where you be like doing something and then time just fly and you be like, how the fuck did I just do that like that? Like
Yeah.
so good. That go back to like your character, your
Yeah.
game. Like it's almost like you know how to show up for yourself automatically, like in the world. Once you get
Almost
tight
instinctual.
with who you are, like your who you be. Yeah.
Yeah. And then sometimes even for like that's like also like looking at your capabilities and incapabilities too. Cause like sometimes we try things that ain't
Right.
really us. And then we'll try things that's like, oh, it's so natural to you and whatever. And
Yeah.
then off that, like you can also be like, you could also see like what you probably could have this is when my Virgo energy kicks in because I like to like
Do
always
it.
improve and whatnot. So like when I'm doing something, even if I'm not good at it, if I practice it over time, I could see, oh, I see why I wasn't good at it before. And now I'm getting good at it. And that shit ties into the natal and astrology too. Like it goes deep. It
Right,
goes
right,
deep.
right.
Because like we all, and my reason for saying that is because we still all have free will as spirits to literally do
Do
whatever we want.
whatever.
We don't
Yeah.
have to limit ourselves to our natal charts, but the natal chart just helps you utilize what you already naturally have. And
Yeah.
you can use that to literally you can learn other people's natal, like, you know
It's like
how,
on the app.
yeah, it's
I forgot.
exactly. And then other people have their own ways of going about stuff. So you, if there's people that you know in real life or that you interact with a lot, you learn things from them. And that's, in other words, that's their natal
It's
chart influencing your natal chart.
it's giving me like internal or external traveling with like that Sag energy again.
Right.
Going right
Yeah.
into it. So yeah,
Yeah,
teaching y'all
exactly.
as we go through these Scorpio waters, we teaching y'all the shit.
Right.
It's
Right.
easy saying it now, but all the shit you have to go through to even be able to speak, that's why I fuck with Dolo so much, because I'm like, bruh, the information that gets passed like along to us, that shit is not no basic everyday. I'm gonna go turn on the TV. Like
Yeah.
I was going through shit when I found his page, and then I was just like, why the fuck this makes so much sense beyond everything else I hear?
Yeah.
Like I
Real,
felt
real talk.
crazy. Like I was just like, bro, I knew this. Like why don't I know?
Yeah.
Why don't I have conversations with people like
That's what I'm
about this?
saying. That's what I'm saying. Like sometimes you be like, it is exactly what I was just saying before. Like sometimes we're well, he be saying, I'm just reminding y'all what y'all already
I
know.
already know
And yeah,
exactly.
and then when you relearn these things or expand on these things further, sometimes I be thinking to myself like, damn, like why the old me didn't see this before? Like it was really going over my head that much.
Flunked and flinked out. Yep. Yep.
Yeah, it's exactly. It's like that just shows how lost you can get into your own energy if you don't learn how to get spiritually inclined. Because it really be like the most simplest things that
Simple,
we
yeah. And then
overlook, the most subtle things.
once you tap in, then it's like then you really create that dream. Then you really can
Hmm.
start making shit real with people, not just a whole bunch of realized delusions and
Yeah,
funny weird shit you didn't even know you subscribed to or you became a part of. So
right.
yeah, make sure y'all definitely check in with yourselves. Don't just keep learning about astrology or watching us talk about certain shit and then just be like, oh, I still don't know my moon sign. Like, bro, like don't do that, because we're kind of getting to a point where it's like I just keep saying it over and over, and it kind of hit when the moon was in Aquarius, and I was just like, we're just getting to a point where we're just gonna have to do something. Like, I don't know what
Yeah,
we're gonna do. I don't know
yeah.
if we're gonna just keep looking at each other like,
I agree. I
yeah,
I agree because it's like there's only so much shit you could say that's because we're all saying the same. We're all just speaking on like literally similar shit, and
right.
then like just in different ways. And then you're right though. Like eventually, I mean, I'm pretty sure some of us already are doing this,
We're
but
already
on a
doing it,
collective
but
mass scale, eventually we gotta like really apply everything because, and that's why I appreciate and respect any spirit that is at least trying to be an example for that
right.
because it's unfortunately like all of us that are doing that, we're all scattered, right? And not only
Yeah,
that, we
that's
have a
it.
system that we got to survive in. We have other things that we got to get to know who's who over time. It gets
Build
complex and whatnot.
rapport.
So it's
Yeah,
like it's a
yeah,
whole like process but we got to apply eventually. We got to apply eventually.
yeah. So let me get to another question. All this is hitting on the point though. That's all that matters is that we talk about the thing we need to talk about. Because I started, really going deeper to what the title what CTM means and like Titanic too and everything, which is a whole deeper thing. Titanic actually means big, like just big as fuck. And then I was going deeper into it because even the logo looks like a train, like a fucking you're going in a certain train of thought.
Yeah.
And so I just hope that a lot of the points and stuff we talk about, whether you're a business owner, you're an artist, you're creative, it just help you not be on certain train of thoughts that can make your ass sink, that can make
Mm.
you be washed out by this world. Because a lot of times that's what happens to a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? They kind of get washed out by their own ideas and what they have going on down here. You start learning about yourself, and it may be too much because it's like it's a real reality of like realizing it's some things we can't necessarily do, you know what I'm saying? But you can do, but you got to find your unique way to go about that, you know what I'm saying? To actually do that
Exactly.
in this crazy
Hold
matrix
on,
shit.
hold on. I'll be right back. Give me just 1 minute.
Yep. There's certain things you got to do to um like find your footing basically in the fucking in all of this shit. So make sure you doing what you need to do to learn about yourself, so nothing can overtake you, nothing can rock you. You could be solid and it could be a whole bunch of shit going on, but you're
All right, I'm
able,
back. I'm sorry.
you're good. You're able to be like this anchor that now, like Dolo said a lot, God can kind of like use you, and it don't matter what's kind of going on around you. You kind of stand through the test of time. The work that you do, what you actually bring down here into reality, this dream, it's like something that can't be moved, and it can be a part of a bigger mission. It could be a part of other people's dreams. It could be something that is bigger than you. So yeah.
Right. Hey, to add on to that, you know what I think most people have trouble with for real, for real. I think everything you said was really valid, but to add on to it, I feel like life itself isn't necessarily hard per se. It's hard. Don't get it fucked messed up. It's hard. It can be
No,
hard.
say what you're about to say, because I feel like you're gonna talk about what I underlined,
Yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
didn't know how to
Yeah, I
express.
got you. Look, so life is not necessarily hard per se. It's just we make it hard because we don't realize that really the only aspect of life that I think can be hard is maintaining consistency. And that's on
Yeah,
everything, like your
yeah,
growth, what you're doing. And the only reason why I say it can be hard, and that's not even hard, is because once you know yourself and you know your path, you have no choice but to be consistent with yourself. So,
message.
you know what I'm saying? So it's like I think people that's where they're at. Like a lot of people are like kind of at that like crossroads of like they don't know if they want to go through 100% with what they who they think they are. I guess I'm not in, or if
No,
they got
you're
to
on the
find more
point.
of
You're on
themselves.
the
I'm not
point.
sure.
That's it. A lot of people. That's my next question. I was gonna ask you, how would you, you're basically saying it, but how would you tell a person to like do them? Like do you? Like what does that look like to you when I even say that?
Yeah, well, man, it's kind of hard to answer that because everybody's answers for that is really different.
True.
Some people it might be like they might because well, if I can generalize it for everybody, I will say this. I will say don't don't rush things. And because I feel like a lot of people are trying to get to an ending point fast or easily. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like people don't realize that the journey with the effort it requires to walk that or to walk through that journey. I think a lot of people are just too lost in
Yeah.
expectations of what the future could be, along with past um
It's,
pessimistic, like not regret, but like doubting yourself based off your
yeah.
past and stuff
Yeah.
like that. See, all these things keep us away from the present moment of just tapping into who you are to do what you got to
And
do
go
daily.
and going the fuck off. Like you just have to
Yeah.
go the fuck off. Like you can't be like, that's what I was saying before, washed up by the waves.
Like some
A
like
star.
some people, my bad to cut you off. I just have to add this real
No, you're
quick.
good.
Some people, especially in the spiritual community, a lot of people are waiting for the quote unquote right time.
Yeah.
You
That's
create that time.
you
Whenever
create that
the
time.
right time could be whenever you want, literally.
Literally. But that's harder said than done. That's why I was like, just a question, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just to give some people some starting point to be like, let me just go the fuck off. What am I kind of waiting for? Like,
Hey, and if you don't know exactly what it is you want to do or be consistent on for yourself and your purpose or whatever you want to call it, just look, start somewhere. And
right.
even if it's something that you probably be like, I don't think that's for me. Look, if you haven't tried it before, just try it. Look,
Just try it.
it don't hurt to try just once. You never know if you're gonna really like it or not. And then if you don't like that, okay, move on to the next thing and just keep trialing and erring things. Eventually you're gonna find that one
You
thing
go,
that you like a lot.
it's like I keep getting this image of like them right before they about to take off running. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Yeah,
something's gonna get in you where you just gonna want to go for the dream.
you're
You
gonna
just gonna want
burst.
that shit. You're gonna be like, I cannot sit here and just let my life
Yep.
pass me by. Like I gotta actually, I want to be in this shit. I want to make this
Woo.
shit real. And
That
then when
that
you
that
get to
hit in Scorpio season 2.
what, this help y'all not crash out and just do all kind of shit right before we wrap it up. You know what I'm saying? Go into that Sag season real nice. You can just take off.
Yep.
So it's
Time to
like,
experience that.
you know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta just, hey,
Mhm.
miss them little flying bullets and shit like that. Keep dodging them and shit. But okay, I got another question. As we were just talking about, like, do y'all do what you feel like you came here to do? Like, actually, um, go for it. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times you be scared of trying to dip that one little toe in. You don't really need to do that. That's like holding you back from the whole point. You want to get to that point where your shit so hard now you can connect with others. Now
Mhm.
y'all can be on different shit. You're like, oh, okay, I see what you over there doing. It might look like I'm trying to get a mansion, but it might be some completely different stuff that's actually going on. So
Right.
y'all can connect on that level and like start to build your dreams together as like a group, soul family. You find those people that you see their goals and what they're pushing for and what they're pushing out there, and if you like it, if you guys connect, y'all make that shit connect. Don't just be sitting around looking
Mhm.
at it like I don't know what to do with this.
Right.
You creating this shit, okay? So now we
And
have
be genuine with it. Like
and be
actually like
genuine.
love what you
Yeah,
do.
love that shit that you do. Like if you don't fuck with it, like that's where we crash out and shit. So don't do that.
Exactly. Tower
Okay, so
moments.
tower moment, tower card.
Mhm.
Go over there to the tarot T so you don't got no tower card moments happening. Anyways, on my other channel, it says if you could change one thing in the world, what would it be?
Whew. Man. The first answer that came to my mind is the comprehension skills of humans. I, I just wish the comprehension skills of humans were better. That's if I could just change, if I could level up the comprehension skills of humanity, yeah, I would change that. We would have a beautiful world. All problems would be fixed. Everything.
Real shit. Yes. You said this reminds me of sculpting. You kind of have to carve out and chip away at what doesn't belong until you find
Right.
make your place. Yeah, make your place
Yeah.
in the world. Yeah. So I think I have one last question. But I don't know what my handwriting is. So I'm just gonna let that go. Uh, do you guys or anyone have any questions for the group, for me, for Mooney, as we are in here? And Nori, my eyes, I agree with what you said. You know, making space, making your own place in the world is that is a real reality, and that's why you have to get to the reality of what's going on, because we do live in this like flunk junky world. And if you don't see the reality, like it might be like you actually have to get a job for something or some bullshit and see that reality and then be able to build off the dream. It's like you got to get to the point where you try, but then you also have to get to the point where it's like that's a whole little story of your dream book you making right there. So
Right.
don't run away from that hard Capricorn type energies and whatnot, or just Saturn type energies and like, all right, I really got to scope this out. I got to decide like who, when I was a little kid, who did I want to be? How am I showing up in that role? You know, what are my attributes, my capabilities, my incapabilities. What am I willing to, do and then just really do that. Carve that space out for yourself because nobody's gonna really do that shit for you.
And that's like it's funny how she worded it, like carving yourself out, because it makes me think of like fixed air, like Aquarius, like because like fixed, like a statue or whatever, right? And then Aquarius, they want to find their place in society, and that's why it's the Aquarius energy is interesting and very important too, and that's why it deals with, especially during this age of Aquarius that's coming up, and like the evolution of humanity and whatnot. So everybody really is like trying to figure out, okay, what's my place in society? What do I have to offer? And you're gonna really get a lot of fulfillment out of that when you actually figure it out. Because us as humans, we don't want to just aimlessly wander with no purpose. And I mean, you can if you want to, but you probably might lack what the fulfilling aspects of Aquarius and 11th house type stuff, I guess.
Right. Yeah. That's just going back to learning your chart. So then you can have a better advantage
Hmm.
on what's going on. But then also learn that your disadvantages, like don't try to like pretend that ain't that. Like actually just I almost say sometimes like your disadvantages could be your advantages because now you
Yeah.
know what's like you're not capable of, you can't do, you how far you can go. Like you're just like, oh, okay, so now I know how to delegate my life, my dreams, how things is flowing and moving. This is your thing, you know what I'm saying? And when I was going back to saying too, like nobody's gonna create that for you. You get to create it what you want it to be. It don't have to be something like scary or bad or whatever. Like earlier you were talking about moving Mercury, like just you can get out of that the clutter, the bullshit. Like you eventually get there where it's just like, all right, this is what I really want, not just some made
And,
up imaginary shit the world didn't create it for me, okay? Or I helped create. So yeah, something you're proud of.
right. And look, it's much better to do that than to do what Jada B said earlier, like just letting life pass you by. Like that's hell. Like that's the worst possible hell you can put yourself in when you're just stagnant, stuck every day, not even attempting or knowing what. Look, I understand life can be complex and oh, I don't know where to start. I don't know what to do. I get it. We was all there at one point at some time in our lives, even hitting certain brick walls or dead ends, and then you have to question what path you're already on. Look, I get it. It can get really confusing sometimes, but the bet you never want to. I look at it like this. I rather be out and about trying new things. If I was somebody who didn't know what to do and I didn't know my path or purpose, I'd rather be out there lost because you got to get lost to find yourself. I'd rather be
Right.
out there lost than to be in too much south node comfortable energy,
Right.
just sitting there, not do that because that's I'm telling y'all. And then the longer y'all do that, the more it accumulates, it's gonna be even worse because then you're gonna like look back at your life as it goes by and you're gonna regret just wasting all that time.
Yeah. Your mic is like making a weird noise. I don't know if there's something on it.
Yeah, I hear
But
a weird noise too.
yeah. But they still heard the message, so fuck it. Um yeah, that was really powerful. Nori minds, yeah. Sculpting, making your life what you want it to be. That goes I can take that back to my inner child healing and stuff. So yeah. Um yeah. Mooney Mercury baby. I don't have any more questions for you, bro. But if we want to just freestyle it, we can. If you want to go, it's up to you.
Yeah,
If you
yeah. Shoot. I mean, we about to be in Sag season. I hope everybody transform into who they are trying to become, and now you can experience that energy and interact with the world in that energy. And
right,
I think this is a great time, especially like stuff like this. I'm doing more of stuff like this. Is a new experience for me. I know Venus is in Libra, so this is perfect to do too. Um,
mm,
and yeah, like Jada B said earlier too. Eventually things. I don't know how it's gonna play out, but I do know eventually like things will have to go beyond just internet teaching and what I don't know how it's gonna happen, but I just know
right.
it eventually it gotta happen because
It's we're the fact that we talk about it, all of us as a our different soul family groups and stuff like that, and
yeah,
individuals, is happening. But we're doing it online first until it like
to get to know each other and whatnot too, which ain't nothing wrong with that. And shout out Dave B too because you went to his conference, right? The 717
yep,
conference.
free in his concert. Yep.
Yeah, shout out to everybody that went to that. I wanted to go to. I'm gonna go to the next one for sure. But shout out to stuff like that because that's like I think that's the next step for real. Like
Right. Yeah.
events and whatnot, and then after enough events, and we get more acquainted with each other, and we meet each other a few more times in life, and man, then we
Yeah.
can really start
I'm
building some stuff.
I'm planning on throwing some events as well for CTM. I used to do that a lot. Like I threw some in like Manhattan and up north and shit.
Oh,
But
word.
I'm gonna do some down here. I'm just learning, figuring out who everybody is because
You're
I
in the
grew up.
ATL,
I
right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I only been here for a couple of years now, like actually living. So since I was a kid, so I'm relearning everything. I feel like a kid out here. Like I ain't got no friends like that, but I'm meeting new people every day. So
Restart, refresh of life.
what redo? So
Yeah.
I give thanks for you being here, and I don't know if y'all got anything else to say. Yeah, I'm just gonna let this slide, gonna let this go. And I hope y'all have a great day. Make sure you look into Mooney's music. If you want to talk about that too, like you got, I know you say you have some things you're working on right now.
Yeah, yeah. I'm dropping a album on it looks like it's gonna be January that I'm dropping the album. Yeah.
Okay. And y'all make sure y'all listen to my album because it's gonna be dropping
Yeah, real
this
stuff. Yeah.
this end of this year, next year as well. I took a while for that, so
Hey, how much music you have on Apple Music?
um, I have my EP on there.
You have okay, the EP.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
but
I'm gonna have to.
shout out to Endless Abilities. Yeah, we're working on my shit right now. So
Oh, okay. Oh, so
I
he
think
Endless Abilities produces your stuff?
Endless Abilities. Yep, Endless Abilities. Make sure you y'all follow him. Okay, Pro Pilots. He produces some of the songs on this album.
Oh yeah. Shout out
I
Abel.
love it.
I'm gonna have to listen to that because so far what I've heard from you, I think it was just a single. I didn't know you had a whole EP though.
Yeah, yeah, I got music up there. I think what it is that I just be performing a lot and I be writing a lot of stuff. So a lot of my old songs they're just not online. So that's also a different factor. It's like
Oh,
weird.
okay.
I'm like real life doing a redo,
Yeah, real stuff.
but
Yeah,
that's it.
I heard the give it to you, give it to
Oh
you.
yeah,
I mess with that one.
give it.
That one's a vibe, like a little tropical vibe. It reminds me of Florida a little bit.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited to do the video for that. Yeah, the videos you be doing it be hard too. That shit
Oh,
be
thank you,
hard. Yeah.
thank you.
Who directs them? Who does that?
It's me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just get like the recent ones I've done like the Saint Uno one, we just shot each other on me and Saint Uno shot each other. We had some tripod shots, and then
Yeah.
the one before that, when it was just me, I had my sister shoot
Mhm.
with the camera and the stabilizer. I'm trying, man. I've been trying
Shout
to
to my
find like
sister
a
'cause she did the
consistent
same.
camera person, but I can't find one.
Yeah, yeah, I'm going through the same thing, but it's all good. Get there, baby
Eventually,
steps. You know what I'm saying? Build that team. That's why I be in my mind. I am my team. So
yeah.
yeah, that's a part of your dream. Make sure
That's
you
what
realize
strong
like
spirits got to do.
what
It's like Uriel said, we got to do everything
you gotta do
ourselves.
everything right.
Really, for
Real
real.
facts, but it's all
But
good.
watch, when we all come together though, it's gonna be powerful stuff. I'm telling
When
y'all.
that shit become real, what y'all gonna be like? Damn. Make sure you ain't saying I wish I could be a part of that. Make sure you saying I'm happy. We did that shit.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So hope y'all have a great day and we out of here. Peace.
Peace.
Let's go.